breathe. Take a second and just breathe. And just think about all the intricacies occurring from the moment your lungs start currying favor with the air, pulling it down into the depths of your chest, extrapolating every strand of oxygen inside of every sweet breath. And the rest is exhalation. That unnoticed purification when all the disease nested in the branches of your brachial trees simply flee, and all you did was breathe. This is our overlooked exchange, our involuntary trade with the world. Every time our chest is expanded, we seem to take it for granted. But there is a segment of breathers among us whose breaths accomplish less, but not one of them escapes unnoticed. And these are our friends with cystic fibrosis. Breathing for them is more like a diagnosis than a cure. Less like our involuntary hypnosis and more like a chore, because they're up before most people even snooze their alarm clocks, just to engage in a 2-hour treatment before you've eaten your morning Pop-Tarts. And this is only the start, for they're forced to grow up faster than other children. While others are having sleepovers, they are avoiding infection. When their peers are suffering from cooties, they are struggling through depression. While other kids are playing, they are worrying about inflammation. Since they can't just cough out what we do on a regular basis, they have to section themselves off from all possible contamination. So when their friends are running around, all they're thinking about is suffocation. It's a condition that must be endured in isolation. And though they have to fight this disease off by themselves, they will not have to do it alone. For those of us with breath in our lungs will not disown those who teach us to breathe. Those of us who forget our own breaths will not postpone helping those who know that breaths don't come free. So we will commit ourselves to give sacrificially. Because if there is one thing every human being deserves to do, it's breathe. So we will fight to eradicate this disease. For we've run the first leg of this race for the cure with breakthroughs like Kaleido and Orkambi. So we must keep pressing on past what was until what will be is achieved. And what will be is a cure that turns cautious walks into all-out sprints, a cure that turns breathing treatments into historical events, a cure that turns lives cut short into ones that seem to just begin, a cure that turns the fear of falling in love into gray hairs and grandchildren, a cure that turns morning routines into a well-deserved sleeping in. If we want to see a day when every one of our friends has equal breath, then we must engage in unusual giving to attain this unusual success. So we join together around those who can't, to push forward to the day when we can confess. Remember that thing we beat? What was it called? Oh yeah, CF.